It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played in weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year two, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
Now a man who is a collegiate star here in the Badger State, it's Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Richardson. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Richardson to throw. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and He takes him down for a negative play.
Richardson operating from the pistol. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. He keeps it himself.
1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Here's Richardson. And he'll take it on in. Mo Alley Cox. Touchdown, Colts. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Throwing to begin is Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Throwing on second down, Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
The Colts offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On first down, it's Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Richardson going to get it quickly out to down. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Richardson going to look to throw. He's got his man. That's downs. And he is going to have a Colts first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
A second down throw for Richardson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he will score. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Gay to add the PAT. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Colts move out on top, 14-0. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 33 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. We are through 1. It's the Colts out to the early lead. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. First and 10. Love to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That complete to Jacobs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers 1st down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Love.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, it's Love. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Josh Downs now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. First and 10 now from the 36. Richardson operating from the pistol. Now he takes off. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And that's going to get closed up quickly. He'll get only to the 37. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Back to throw is Love. And that is incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The Colts offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Richardson. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They go right back to Taylor. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Packers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. On 2nd down, Love. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Look at the big man go. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 81 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
McManus on for the point after. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, this is Downs. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Colts offense headed back to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Looking to throw, Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Richardson to throw. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Throwing is Richardson. Off he goes. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Richardson. And he's going to have first down here as they are into field goal range at the 27. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Josh down. Touchdown, Indy. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous, and if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the third. work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. This one is caught by Reed. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll go play action with Love. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Love. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On comes the Packers punting team. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. In motion comes Pittman. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Richardson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he's down on the other side of midfield, marked him at the 48-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. Second and 7. From the gun, Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A run with Taylor. He'll take this down inside the 30. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. Third and a yard. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means fourth down coming up.
Well, this is why the head coach makes the big bucks, Mike, to make decisions like that. I think at this point in the third quarter, you have a chance to really make a statement by coming away with 6. I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going for it on here on 4th down. I'm being aggressive.
Matt Gay on now for the Colts field goal try. This from 45 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts gonna extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not gonna give way. So give credit, that was really well done.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love to throw it on 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. In motion, Reed. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On play action, Love. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And he will get into the end zone. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get forward for a couple. Lucas Van Ness, the former first-round pick, there to make the tackle. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He makes one man miss, but stop quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Richardson gonna look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He's going to run it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
2nd down and 8. On play action, Richardson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Colts. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. To throw is Love. Toward the middle. That one caught by Watson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Love. He's going to keep it himself. A pickup there of 28 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he will score. Game on. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Gould on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Throwing, Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Richardson operating from the pistol. That one complete to Pierce. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He'll go left side here and complete this one.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They go right back to Taylor. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On 1st down, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Love. Catch made there by Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Packers going to use their final timeout now as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. Here's Love. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. It was a game that delivered more points than most people would have expected with the snow falling at kickoff. Entertaining game for all involved as they'll head back to the locker room to warm up with a victory in their back pocket. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from Lambeau Field.